everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue, and let's get right into Real Housewives of Atlanta, the reunion part 2 for season 6 before it all flies out of my head because I've been drinking. Okay, so it started off where it left off, and Andy had to give his spiel that made me absolutely sick to my fucking stomach about how Real Housewives of Atlanta, Andy Cohen, Bravo, do not condone violence. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay, turn that down. Thank you. Sorry. And y'all, Andy pissed me off more than Kenya. Andy pissed me off way more than Kenya, because at the end of the day, Kenya gonna sit up there and talk all of that shit about what the law is and how you are supposed to retreat and you're not supposed to put your hands on people. And I just want to say that, babe, I'm from America. Andy Cohen pissed me off because I feel like, how you gonna sit up there and play devil's advocate between them two, buck the situation up, ask those questions. Andy didn't miss a fucking beat. He asked the right people the right questions. He was pulling the cattiest, nastiest fucking comments. Like, oh my God, Andy, you were doing your job. Don't get me wrong, but there's a side of this that makes you look so horrible. And the side of it is that you let Kenya have the scepter. You let Kenya have the bullhorn, megaphone shit, and do all of that in Portia's face. And all the ladies will come into her defense, and Candy and all of them were saying how you can't be in somebody's personal space because I feel threatened then. And when I feel threatened, if I put my hands on you, this is me being threatened by your actions, okay? So you should feel like somebody putting shit in your face or getting in your personal space is just as bad as laying hands on them, because you didn't just now invited the situation. I'm gonna tell you what it is with Kenya. Kenya didn't want to fight. Kenya thought that Portia was gonna let that shit slide like she did last season, and that's not what happened this season. So now everybody wants to sit up there and say we don't condone violence and that, you know, we just want to make it clear that that's not okay. And Kenya's going on and on about it's the law to retreats, okay? I can, you know, it's just fun, okay? It's just a little fun for me to point shit in her face and get all up in her personal space and make her feel intimidated. It's just fun. But her putting her hands on me because I did all of that, no, she does not deserve to be on this couch. And I'm like, you are such a bird. You are such a bird, okay? And yes, everybody who lives by that stupid ass logic, go ahead and keep doing that dumb shit and getting your ass beat, because that's what happens to people, okay? People that don't believe that they can get their ass beat, get their ass beat. That's just what it is, okay? I've gotten my ass beat before. It's not like, you know, oh, but I damn sure ain't gonna be scared. And I'm gonna try to fuck you up. And I'm one of them people that don't stop. So you might fuck me up the first time, but bitch, it's gonna be a second, third, fourth, and fifth until we work this situation out. And that basically means until either it's a draw or I fuck you up. It's either one. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, that whole situation is just total bullshit. Andy Cohen, go sit your stupid ass down somewhere, go sit up there and ask somebody, oh my God, what happened? You were there. You got in between the bitches. How did you not know what happened, Andy? How did you not know? Whatever. Moving along, y'all. Anyway, so, and the other ladies were making a point, like I was saying, that, you know, if there were no props, that situation would have turned out differently. You know what I'm saying? So Nene was going at it with Kenya, and then y'all, it was too funny because Nene told her, look, I'm not going to sit up here and argue with you, okay? Because I am smart and I am not going to do this with you, okay? So don't make me call Portia on you. With that ugly ass face, Nene. What is with the makeup? Like, I feel like we too bronzed in some places. I don't know. Okay, your hair is killing me softly, bitch. I'm dead on the floor. I don't like it. It's not cute at all. Okay, Rose's hand up out the ground, bitch. Pretty Little Liar's dead. You will never really know. I don't know what the hell is wrong with her head, but that shit is not cool. That shit is not alright. That shit look like a platinum blind honey bun hurricane. That shit, like and that fake platinum watch. Let's go. Okay, your ass is going to jail, alright? This fake frontin' ass shit. Like, what is wrong with your hair, Nene? Oh my God. But Nene killed her with that line, but then Kenya came right back and killed her ass right back and said, I'm gonna call Marlo for your ass. I'm like, oh shit, Kenya. Ding. Like, I had to give it to her, bitch. I had to give it to you, bitch. That was a good one. She said that shit so fast, like she practiced that shit. Like she knew that was gonna happen. Like she was in the dressing room, like, now I'm gonna think of all the little funny shit these hoes gonna want to say because this bitch pulled my hair. Yeah, like, and let's be real. Kenya, baby, let me tell you, your neck looks stiff. So you can do all that, you know, I'm from Detroit, and having your color purple moment where you talking about how you was scratching and surviving good times, hanging in a job and good times. But no, don't nobody care. Okay, don't nobody care about your sad side story. Keep that to yourself. Candy, I would have been chuckling too. Bitch, what is this? Is this the color purple? Is this a monologue? What is happening? How did we get here? Get on this Natalie shit, y'all. We gotta go back and talk about this Natalie shit and her little stupid ass husband, whose name I forgot. So that means he's really irrelevant, because I can't even remember his name. I remember your wife's name because her face and shoulders were really muscular, so I remember her. But whatever the dude's name was, that Phaedra, Chuck, there we go, Chuck, that Phaedra and Candy both had relations with, and somebody asked a question about how y'all gonna say that man dick little when y'all was both fucking dude, and she was like, well, hold up, let's get this straight, okay? First of all, the point is that we was fucking you, but we was not fucking with you because we was fucking you. We was fucking with you because, you know, you were nice back then. You had money, you took a bitch out for a good time, you knew how to do some shit, you know what I'm saying? And you probably had that good mouthpiece, because normally dudes with little dicks got good mouthpieces. So don't front. Okay, her point was, don't act like you was the big homie, like you was tearing up the vagina when you know you was really not Mike Jones in it. You was not. Okay, so Mike Jones. Okay, no, you wasn't. That was her point, and I understood that. Chuck is a fucking douche. He obviously has nothing going on right now and feeling some type of way, so he wanted to try to trash Phaedra and Candy, and he's especially gonna try to trash him to his little ditzy ass wife. Why would he even mention the bitch he fucked with for 2 weeks? Just because she was famous? That's bullshit. Like, he was famous too. Like, who the fuck, like, 2 weeks? I don't even remember people that I fucked with for 2 weeks. I don't, except for this one bitch, and that's because we was like talking for longer than 2 weeks. We just went together for 2 weeks, and she was kind of crazy and a little bit abusive, but she was like really cold, so it kind of made up for it, but not, because don't ever do that. But I'm just saying, like, it's how it was when I was, you know, 16. Don't get me wrong, I was depressed. It was after Katrina. Don't judge me. Stop it. I'm talking about Phaedra being a head doctor and a dick surgeon, and I'm like, yeah, Phaedra be that, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody sitting up there acting like that's a bad thing because Phaedra can give head. Phaedra's mouth is set like she can give head, and if I was Phaedra and looked like I didn't have no teeth sometimes, I would probably give good head and be proud of it. Like, seriously, I'd be like, yeah, I can suck the meanest. Trust and believe it. What are you upset about this? Now let's be real. I think what Phaedra was saying by saying that was never a rumor was basically saying when she was a kid, she was considered kind of like a nerdy, you know, smart girl, so she wasn't doing all that. But she probably freaked out when she got in high school because it was like titties, ass, yeah, she had low self-esteem. You can't be judging people for what they did in high school. At the end of the day, whether she was or she wasn't, how the fuck is that relevant to the married, you know, mother with kids that she is today? How is that relevant? That's not relevant at all. But they brought this shit up anyway. And Nene was like, you know, why y'all trying to, you know, bring up bullshit between me and Phaedra? Me and Phaedra cool. Stop trying to fuck shit up, because trust me, ain't nobody over here the weakest link. Because Kenya was just saying dumb shit. Like, Kenya said some shit. Like, why you inserting yourself in the conversation? I remember last episode somebody said that it was Portia that kept inserting herself, and I was like, I don't remember it like that. And as I watched this episode, I'm sure it really didn't go down like that, because this bitch, like, this is the part of the show that you're not supposed to say nothing because you wasn't there, you don't know, and this don't have nothing to do with you. So this is the part of the show where you just sit there and look fucking pretty, Kenya. And just like Cynthia does, you wait your turn, but that's not what she did. Say some shit about, obviously it was true because it was in a court document. It's like, what court document did they say that she was a head doctor? And in which, like, how would you even be able to prove that? Regardless to whether, like, that could be he said, she said. That just because it's in a court document doesn't mean that it's true. What the fuck are you talking about, Kenya? Oh my God. Like, somebody help. Someone please call 911. I don't know what's happening on this television show. It's piercing through my soul. Oh, it's cold on this stage. So cold. Mama Joyce out there. Y'all, Mama Joyce was giving me the heebie-jeebies. It was obvious that she had been drinking. Somebody get this old bitch off the stage. She fucking tripping. Super duper excited. I don't know. She was too excited to be on stage. Like they close that door. All these flies coming in here. Like everything she said was like on some extra bullshit. Don't worry about that. I had my own money, and Mama Joyce did everything she could. See, you don't know what I did for my kids, okay? I raised a millionaire, and Todd Mama raised an opportunist, okay? She ain't got shit, and I got everything, baby. And that's the way it is, okay? Hell, what she raised 100 L. Okay? And I'm just worried about little Riley, okay? I am just worried about baby Riley, that she won't be taken care of if something happens to Kathy. And it's like, bitch, push come to shove, the nigga gonna give the little girl to you. So what is the problem? And you gonna get money from that, because if she's too young, the money is not gonna go to her yet, because she's not old enough to have all of that money. Okay, and then she's the next heir, so I'm sure she's gonna get the bulk of the money either way it goes, because she's Candy's daughter. Like, here's my thing, Mama Joyce, and this is where shit got real for me, because this is what I can't, all that shit she was talking, you know what I'm saying, all that shit she be talking, the only thing I really heard was that you raised her to be rich, but you didn't raise her to be a good mother. Because that's the only reason that you could be sitting up here not worried about the money, but worrying about what's going to happen to Riley, like Candy not going to take care of her daughter or something like that. And if you have, like, I don't understand that. My grandparents didn't have to worry about their grandkids, because they raised their children to take care of them, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom worries about my niece and my nephew, but not in the capacity of interfering with their lives. You know, and my sister married life and all of that type of shit. You're doing the most. And then they said, like, a 71-year-old lady said that was despicable what she was doing. And she like, I'm not trying to be your mama anyway. And don't worry about that. When you raise a millionaire, then you come talk to me. And it's like, oh, Mama Joyce, let's be real. They got plenty millionaires out there with awful fucking parents. So stop giving yourself all the glory on that. Chuck that up to Candy, them vocals, and Jesus, okay? Stop it. That ain't all you, okay? That is not all you. Let's be real. I'm not going to say that you wasn't a good mother, because I didn't live in y'all life. But definitely the way Candy came out the box with the credit card debt and the gambling debt, you having credit cards in her name and that she don't even know about, and that you spending all of the money that you get on gambling debts in a home shopping network, and then want to use Candy money to come save the day and pay the bills and shit. That's what it sounded like to me. And if that's the case, it is a little bit about the money, Mama Joyce. You was drunk as fuck on that stage. Your wig was very nice. You look very nice, but you was creeping me out. You was up there like a chastised cat. I was looking at you like the evil old bitch in the shoe. I wanted you to be on Once Upon a Time that I'm about to watch after I finish this review. Like, that's really how I felt about it. ABC, come pick her up, okay? She ready for it, all right? Y'all can put her in right now. Boom, pow. Give Regina a run for her fucking money on Once Upon a Time. Y'all ain't with it. Nene and Cynthia's relationship. And, you know, basically what it all boils down to is that Andy really said it, though. Andy is the one that really said it, that she dish it out, but she can't take it. Nene. Okay, meaning that you can get on your blog and talk about Cynthia like a dog. Shade her to the fucking trees and to the birds, okay? Shade the fuck out of her livelihood, call her husband a bitch, and then walk around and be like, you have to forgive her and be her friend. But if she had did any of that shit to you, if she had called Greg a little, you know what I'm saying, what would I have called Greg? I would have called, huh? Jenny woman. That's what my mama would have called him. My mama would have called him a Jenny woman. Okay? Yeah, Jenny woman. Because that's, you know, you don't really call somebody's husband a bitch. Okay? But you call him a Jenny woman. Okay? That's a little bit less of a hard blow. But you still calling him a pussy. Okay? So I agree with that one. Thank you, babe. But I was going to be like, well, I would have called him. It would have ended with bitch. But it would have began with like some Jermaine Jackson type shit. The way his hair be looking painted on his fucking face. And how them teeth look like they about to start come out right out his mouth and eat you or some shit. If we was watching this shit in 3D, I'd be scared. You know what I'm saying? Like he shiny as the motherfucker. The nigga shiny to me. I mean, he's shinier than Puffy out this bitch. I'm just saying, like, I just would have had a lot of little shit to say about Greg if I really want to, pussyfooting ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Got the nerve to want to cheat on somebody, but out this bitch acting like straight Mitch. Okay? I'm just saying. Nene got the mouth, the pocketbook, and everything. Only thing you hold is the dick, and it's obvious that they don't hold much weight in this motherfucker. Because she... Look, whatever. Anyway... And Cynthia started to cry, and Cynthia was just basically saying that she feels like Nene loves her and she loves Nene and she misses her because y'all, they used to talk 10 times a day. What the fuck? Who do you... I don't have time to talk to nobody 10 times a day. I'm with him all the time and we don't talk 10 times a day. That is unnecessary, okay? That is too much. I'm sorry. I don't understand that, but that's just me. I don't know what everybody do with their friendships. You know what I'm saying? But I have a job and we can't talk on the phone like that. We got to be at work. You know what I'm saying? We got to be engaged. So, I don't know. But, you know what I'm saying? Again, Nene don't be having buku jobs like that. And I don't know what the fuck going on with Cynthia. But last time I checked, you know, whatever. So... You know, she was crying and everybody was just basically saying how cold Nene act. Nene act like she don't give a fuck the fact that her friend is sitting up there crying. And when she was saying all the shit about Noelle and little girls being fast and Cynthia got in her feelings and was crying and she didn't go after her and the other ladies did. And they were saying that, you know, she would do that for you, so why wouldn't you do that for her? And Nene's explanation for that is, look, that's, you know, how you might be. And I might hand Candy a tissue and just sit here just like I'm sitting. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I am. Yes, bitch, you don't care. That's the difference. You don't seem to understand that you saying that that's you and not them does not mean that you don't give a fuck. And you said that you don't. You said that, you know, that you know, because Andy was like, so you do care. And she was like, yes, I do care. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. She was pissed at Andy. She was like, y'all don't give a shit. You know, she was like, yes, we do give a shit. No, y'all don't give a shit about our friendship, okay? Y'all don't really care. Y'all haven't been there for all of the shit that we didn't been through as friends. So why should we discuss our relationship in front of y'all? And Kenya jumps in talking about that Cynthia needs her to talk about it, wants her to talk about it. Why can't she just talk about it? And, you know, look. Nene was brickwalling the fuck out her. I can say that about her. Nene will shut shit down. Nene will not give you no type of act right. And what I mean by that is Kenya can't get a rise out of Nene. She can make Nene go off, but Nene also, when she go off, it's like, bitch, I am that bitch. Please remember that behind her eyes the whole time. So it's like you really can't get her that much out of character. You know what I'm saying? You really can't get her that upset. And whatever she can throw, you know, you can throw at her, she can throw back. Not saying she can take the shit though. But I think that goes for both of y'all. Kenya, you too. You can dish it out, but you can't take it. You play victim all the time. And you do the same shit, if not worse shit, to people first. And they do something to you, and then all of a sudden you become the fucking victim. It's really aggravating. Like, I want everybody to own their shit. If you're going to be a bitch and don't give a fuck, say that shit. If you think it's funny to fuck with people's feelings and make them feel like shit because you don't like them, then just go ahead and say that shit. And that'll be just the bitch you are. But don't try to put on an act like it's all for show. Come on now. Because only people who can really do shit like that can really do shit like that. So I don't want to hear that shit about, oh, you know, it's just for TV. Because Cynthia said the same shit. Cynthia got real as fuck with Nene. I don't want to hear that shit where you going to, you know, talk about me like a dog on your blog, but then call me later and say, oh, girl, that was just for show. No, that's bullshit. If you could treat somebody like that, if you could do me like that, then you can do me like that. And that is who you are. You know what I'm saying? So Cynthia got with her right quick. And basically was telling her, you don't respect me the way I respect you. Point blank fucking period. You don't give me the same respect. And I would like to feel that same respect. Not that I don't love you. Not that I'm not going to support you. And you know, even when you're over there looking stupid and making all them, you know, retarded faces and shit. And I think that was a nod to Nene. You looked a hot ass mess on that stage. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about with that goddamn gonzo nose and the horrible makeup. All that fucking bronzer. And that horrible ass chignon you had in your head. Looking like a damn yellow Cinnabon. I don't know what the fuck to tell you about that. That was horrible, Nene. You look bad. And your attitude was for the birds. Yes, you gave me a few moments of life, but other than that, bitch, I can't wait till the next episode. This episode was actually better than the first one, even though they had the fight in the first one. I really feel like they should have made it a two-parter and just kind of put that fight on the front end and not spend so much fucking time in the fallout, you know what I'm saying, and just say she didn't come back and then move on to the next shit, and that could have all been one episode. This was really pointless to put all of that little, you know, shitty talk they was doing at the beginning and then they get into the fight. Nah, that shit was stupid to me. But anyway, y'all, that's basically all I had to say. We're going to see what happened, you know, next episode, because it was basically put to rest because Cynthia was saying, I don't think it really make a difference at this point. She feel how she feel, and I see how she is, so that's that. Cynthia even admitted that it came off that she was all up in, you know, Nene's ass. And it's like, well, bitch, if you knew that, why you didn't stop acting like that? What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So stupid ass. Now you're going to be sitting up there trying to be the same thing for Kenya, I bet. We're going to see next season if either one of these bitches come back. Because y'all know it's up in the air whether Cynthia, Kenya, or Portia going to come back. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't care. I don't care. Somebody was tweeting me about Nicki Minaj being Team Twirl. So, you know what I'm saying? Ashley was like, well, bitch, I'm Team Nobody. So good luck with that. And I didn't even comment back because I was like, bitch, I don't even care. Like, I don't give a fuck who Nicki Minaj is on side. I don't give a fuck. Like, why you think I care at this point? Like, that shit last episode. Why you still talking about that? I don't care. Why people be thinking it's that serious? It's not that serious, y'all. Yes, I said what I gotta say on the video. I give y'all all this passion and energy, so it's entertaining. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's a fucking show. It's a moment, okay? And then it's gone, and I don't care after that. I really don't.
Nigga Team 12, like that shit was the movie.
Yeah, like that shit did something for the people.
Like that bitch was the Macarena.
Like, right, like Team 12 was the Macarena or some shit. Or like a ghost town, you know, DJ's Black Street mix. No, it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, they played the fuck out them two songs back to back. The same time. Macarena and Black Street, what you call it? Remember that one? Don't leave. Nah, baby, nah, baby, nah, baby. That shit, the Macarena, and that damn, boy, you should know that I got you on. Yeah, that shit right there. They played the fuck out them three songs that year. What was that, 97? Anyway, y'all, you know, Kenya probably was getting it popping during that time, baby. Popping on it. Did y'all hear what Phaedra said? Y'all, I think what Phaedra was saying was that the dude that Kenya talking about that she broke up with, that she was so in love with, that he was married. And that's why they broke up. And y'all, the way they played it like Kenya didn't have nothing to say. Y'all know when Kenya ain't got nothing to say, it's probably true. Woo! It's gonna be a good episode. The husbands come out. We're gonna talk about Paolo and his fucked up ass yellow lemon motherfucker. I don't like him no more, so I don't have nothing to say. Was that nigga on the stage with a t-shirt on? What the fuck? Nigga, this is a ball gown situation. Why are you up here with a t-shirt on? Like, what was you gonna rip the t-shirt off?
My name is Paolo.
Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm done. Bye.